afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Wednesday. Susan's off for a couple of days, so Charlotte DeLeste is sitting in, as you had for all of December.
I know. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing well. Yourself?
Good. No complaints. I would love, we were talking, it's great napping weather.
Oh, great. The whole month so far. The whole year.
The whole year.
The whole year.
We could all be catching up on our sleep.
Start thinking up your plant and garden questions because Lisa Briggs will be along later on to take your calls. We'll let you know when to call in. But first, topping our news today, after a crash on a Fitchburg road killing a longtime educator, neighbors tell us the accident could have been prevented.
For the second day in a row, uncertainty over who will be the next Speaker of the House. We are standing by with the ongoing challenges for Republican leader Kevin McCarthy.
And Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin is still in critical condition after collapsing Monday night, but he has improved. We'll hear from his family about the progress he's showing. But first, let's take a look outside. I would not venture out on the ice.
I saw a lot of ice fishers out there.
Really?
Yeah, just today.
Not a good idea.
It makes me a little bit nervous.
A little flaky, the weather words. That's the cue to Greg. Out in the backyard.
Oh.
That was nice. That was a good one there. But now we do have a little flakes, actually a little snow pellets, even a little bit of freezing drizzle. We're kind of in that transition right now going on. Still, that low is circulating around us, but we are getting into the colder air finally. But it's still going to take its time. Not much in the way of snow. You can still see it spinning in the Midwest. Meanwhile, California is going to get slammed with a powerful cyclone. You can just see that coming on shore. That'll be a system to watch out. But as you zoom in, you can see most of the snow, at least the concentrated snow, is to the west. We're just seeing some of it beginning to push in. You can start feeling the temperature outside begin to drop, but still, some wintry mix this morning is something to keep an eye on yet. Radar right now zoomed up. We can kind of see some precipitation out there. These are the temperature dew points right now, so we're still hovering in that 28 to 30 dew point, which means we still could see a little bit of wintry mix before we actually get to snow. Like I said, out here, we're starting to get a little snow pellets in this time, too. Temperature right now, 33 in Madison. Overall, Dane County, pretty uniform, around 33. Gets down to 34 as you go further south. Once again, that's something to keep an eye on. Janesville, 34, too. So overnight, that's what we're going to see. Visibility, a little bit of an issue, but overall, that dense fog problem we had last night is not something we're going to need or keep care of tonight, so that won't be the issue. Winter weather advisories are all up to the north, more where that snow is right now, not much around us. Temperature, colder air to the north. We are going to start seeing that, some of it. I'll time out when we'll see more of that snow and how much we'll get before that sun comes out on Friday a bit later in the broadcast.
Looking forward to some sunshine. Thank you, Greg. Well, after a crash on a Fitchburg road killed a longtime educator, neighbors tell us the accident could have been prevented. Beth Steffen died after being hit by a vehicle on Saline Road, where safety has been discussed for several years.
Our Catherine Merck joins us now. And Catherine, can you show us where those issues are?
Look here at South Saline Road. The accident happened here. Neighbors say this whole stretch didn't used to be as developed as it is now. And as more people move here within the last decade, the neighbors say there needs to be change to prevent deadly crashes like the one that happened yesterday. Andrew Bruner lives down the road from the site where the crash killed Badger Ridge Middle School principal Beth Steffen. He says since 2020, he's been part of committees meeting to talk about the Saline Road reconstruction project. He says funding issues and many other reasons have delayed this project. But after the accident, he thinks the time to develop is now.
You know, I mentioned during one of those meetings, if nothing's done, you know, someone's going to be killed. And fortunately, that turned out to be the case. And I'm really sad that had to happen. And I just hope that we don't have to see something else happen for some real action to take place.
Today, I spoke to the city of Fitchburg about some of the reasons the Saline Road reconstruction project has been delayed. Their response and what we can expect from this road in the future, you'll see at 6 o'clock on News 3.
Catherine will see you then. Thank you. In Washington, D.C., the historic political battle over choosing a House Speaker continues. The House has adjourned until 7 o'clock this evening as Republicans failed for a fourth and fifth time to hand the gavel to Kevin McCarthy.
The impasse marks the first time in 100 years that the House wasn't able to pick a speaker in the first round. Nicole D'Antonio has the latest from Capitol Hill.
A speaker has not been elected.
The rebellion continued on the House floor with far-right Republicans refusing again to rally around Kevin McCarthy for House Speaker, nominating Florida's Byron Donalds instead.
This country needs a change. This country needs leadership that does not reflect this city.
Wednesday afternoon, McCarthy still couldn't reach the necessary 218 votes, with a group of conservative lawmakers holding out against business as usual.
We're going to continue to talk and we'll find an agreement where we all get together and we'll work through this and we'll get it done.
Former President Donald Trump urged Republicans to vote for McCarthy, posting, "Kevin McCarthy will do a good job and maybe even a great job." The stalemate here brings all other work to a standstill. The House needs a speaker in order to swear in members and begin legislative business. President Biden said the congressional skirmish is not a good look.
I just think it's a little embarrassing it's taking so long in the way they're dealing with one another. And the rest of the world's looking.
Democrats were united in nominating their party leader, New York's Hakeem Jeffries, and quick to point out the contrast with their feuding colleagues.
What we saw was the true character of the modern-day Republican Party, obsessed with power and their own personal advancement.
This is very sad for our country, and hopefully it will be resolved today.
Friday marks 2 years since the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol, a day that showed the deadly consequences of the nation's divisions. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Washington.
And in the Wisconsin Capitol, new lawmakers are getting settled into their offices at the start of the new session.
Amid all of that unpacking, political reporter Will Keneally caught up with two new legislators from Rock County. Will?
So these two new legislators have relatively big shoes to fill in the state assembly. Clinton Anderson is replacing Mark Spreitzer as he moves to the state senate. And Ellen Schutt is replacing Amy Loudenbeck, who ran for Secretary of State this fall. Both say, though, that they are excited to take up the mantle.
I just really wanted to help people. I saw that there's an opening.
I love my community, and I wanted to make sure we had a strong voice in Madison.
So of these priorities for the next session, Anderson says he expects to focus on finding consensus across the aisle. And Schutt is already the vice chair of the Public Safety Committee. He's looking forward to making sure that first responders in smaller communities in the states are well supported. So coming up at 5, we'll have more from our sit down with the two legislators, including what drove them to run for office. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Thanks, Will. We'll see you at 5. A newly elected state representative toured the elementary school he attended as a child. Today, Representative Alex Jors decided to spend part of his first full day in office where he started his education at Sauk Trail Elementary School. Jors believes that quality public schools are the backbone of our community, and he says he's committed to providing excellence in education at every level.
I'm here today because of the great public education I received in this district, and I know across Wisconsin we really have to prioritize our kids and making sure they're able to get the best education, and that's something that me and my colleagues in the legislature are responsible for.
George says he's looking forward to advocating for schools and communities as he starts his first legislative year.
Yesterday marked the deadline for Madison's spring election candidates to submit all the required papers and forms to the city clerk's office. And the main headline, Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway is now running against two opponents, Scott Kerr and Gloria Reyes. One school board seat is being contested as Blair Feltham faces off against Badri Lankela. Nikki Vandermillen is running for the 7th seat on the school board, unopposed. However, the city announced an extension Wednesday for candidates running for alderperson in District 1 and District 14. Candidates in that district now have until 5 o'clock on Friday to file papers.
While Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin remains in the ICU at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, fans and well-wishers across the nation are praying for his recovery and showing their support in many ways. The family of Hamlin tells CBS News the Buffalo Bills safety remains on a ventilator, but there's been some improvement since he collapsed on the field Monday night. His uncle is grateful medical personnel on the field quickly began CPR.
If not for what they did, my nephew would be dead right now.
Outside the hospital in Cincinnati, fans gathered for a vigil, and there were more prayers in Buffalo. In Niagara Falls, both the Canadian and U.S. sides were lit up in the team's colors in honor of Hamlin. The NFL has united around him as well, with all 32 teams posting "Pray for Damar" on their Twitter pages.
The man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students was turned over to the custody of Pennsylvania State Police this morning, presumably for his transfer to Idaho to face murder charges. Wearing a red jumpsuit and shackled with armed guards, suspect Brian Koberger appeared stoic and calm as he walked into a Pennsylvania courtroom yesterday to to waive his extradition rights. He's facing 4 murder charges in Idaho for allegedly stabbing to death Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogan, Zaina Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin in November. Once he's in Idaho, he is allowed by law to see an affidavit explaining the evidence against him.
I definitely believe that one of the main reasons the defendant chose to waive extradition and hurry his return back to Idaho was the need to know what was in those documents.
About a month after the murders, Kohberger went on a pre-planned road trip with his father to their family's home in Pennsylvania. New dash and body cam footage released by Indiana State Police show a trooper pulling over Kohberger during that trip. And this was not the only time they were stopped. Just minutes before, a local sheriff's deputy pulled the white Hyundai Elantra over for allegedly following another vehicle too closely. Both times, Kohberger received warnings. Sources tell CBS News that law enforcement surveilled the cross-country trip using Easy Pass monitoring.
Well, the faithful are flocking to Vatican City to have one last opportunity to pay respects to the late Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI, who died last week at the age of 95. Tens of thousands of mourners are paying tribute beneath the somber grandeur of St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City. Even non-Catholics feel the historical and spiritual impact of both the man and the moment.
There is a certain amount of reverence of someone that's so, religious and so strong in their faith.
Even though we never actually met him in person, it was almost kind of like meeting him, just seeing him.
Just a few hundred yards away, the crowd at Pope Francis's general audience cheered, "Long live the Pope." Francis praised his predecessor for his acute and gentle thought. This tale of two popes will make history again tomorrow when Francis becomes the first pontiff in modern history to preside over the funeral of his predecessor. Some 75,000 people expected to attend a funeral that'll look and feel like one for a reigning pope.
Well, you will want to stay tuned because up next we are taking a ride on the dog bus.
And that's exactly what it is, a bus full of dogs, each in their assigned seats. That's when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
This year, say yes.
I couldn't be more thrilled with my results. I'm over the moon happy. Look at that waist.
Yes to confidence.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
Yes to a new shape.
These are my results. I am so happy.
Yes to a new you.
I'm Dr. Elena Vega. Imagine you could remove this much fat from multiple areas all at one time.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good.
I have the flattest tummy that I've had in 25 years.
I'm able to wear things that I never thought I would wear again.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
Find out how you can get $250 off with our New Year exclusive offer. Call 1-800-993-0752 or go to sonobello.com.
Hey, I just got a text from my sister. You remember Rick, her neighbor?
Sure. He's the 76-year-old guy who still runs marathons, right?
Sadly, not anymore.
What? You mean...
Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Wow. So sudden. We're not about to have the we need life insurance conversation again, are we?
No, we're having the we're getting coverage so we don't have to worry about it conversation.
So you're calling about the $9.95 a month plan from Colonial Penn?
I am. We put it off long enough. We are getting that $9.95 plan today.
Is it time for you to call about the $9.95 plan? I'm Jonathan from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. Sometimes we just need a reminder not to take today for granted. It could be the death of someone you know or a health scare. That's why today could be a great day to call for free information about Colonial Penn's $9.95 plan. If you're age 50 to 85, you can get guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance starting at just $9.95 a month. There are no health questions, so you can't be turned down for any health reason. This is permanent coverage. Just pay your premiums for lifelong security. The $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life plan. Options start at just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate can never go up. It's locked in for life. Don't put it off. Take the first easy step. Call today for free information. And you'll also get this free beneficiary planner So call now.
Call 1-800-290-3399 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-290-3399. There's no risk or obligation. That number again is 1-800-290-3399. 1-800-290-3399. Call now.
Hello, Colonial Penn?
Welcome back. After the holidays, many Americans are considering cutting back on alcohol as part of Dry January.
Consumer insight group Vilink says more than half of Americans, 54%, say they want to reduce their alcohol intake. A study published in the British Medical Journal shows people who gave up alcohol for 1 month had significant improvements in their health and lost an average of 4 pounds. And introducing a new hobby like exercise can help replace drinking. Research also shows people who participate in Dry January often continue to drink less 6 to 8 months later.
Is the hope that the benefits of this will continue beyond January?
Yes, very much so. I'm looking for a lifestyle change that I can keep with me forever.
Sobriety coaches also say telling friends and family you're trying Dry January can help incentivize you to stay committed through the entire month.
Well, amid aggressive Federal Reserve rate hikes to fight inflation, business leaders and CEOs have grown increasingly confident about a 2023 recession. Recession fears help make 2022 the worst year for U.S. stocks since 2008. However, Moody's Analytics says a so-called slow session is more likely than a recession. A slow session is when growth grinds to a near halt, but a full economic downturn is narrowly avoided. Moody's says it'll take some deft policy making by the Federal Reserve and a bit of luck.
There were more than expected job openings in November. Labor Department data released Wednesday shows there were 10.5 million job openings. Economists thought there would only be 10 million. However, the November number is slightly lower than the upwardly revised number of job openings for October of 10.51 million. Millions of Americans started to work from home during the pandemic.
Now, many employers want workers back in the office, but managers are being met with some pushback. In a new survey by Fiverr, an online marketplace for freelancers, 42% of workers said they'd consider quitting if forced to be in the office full-time. That's at odds with what the survey shows companies want. Nearly 70% of large company executives and managers want their employees in the office 5 days a week.
About a third of the managers want employees to return in order to monitor them. Then about a quarter of those managers want employees to return to ensure that they take shorter breaks.
The survey also found that 1 in 5 workers said there's absolutely no incentive that would make them want to return to the office.
Well, Apple has lost $1 trillion in market value in 1 year. The loss comes 1 year to the day after Apple became the first public tech company valued at $3 trillion. Shares of Apple fell more than 4% Tuesday after a report raised concerns about consumer demand for its products.
Stocks closed higher on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials gained 133 points, closing at 33,269. The Nasdaq added 71, and the S&P 500 tacked on 28. Well, you may not enjoy traveling by bus,
but we have the story of a bus that you'll probably love because it's not for people, it's for pups.
Jeannie Mose reports on the doggy bus.
Good morning, Bama.
It definitely isn't a Greyhound bus, but there are hounds in it.
Good morning, Jake.
Nothing but dogs jumping into their assigned seats, attached to leashes rather than seat belts, picking up waiting passengers with wagging tails.
Good morning, Amaru. Would you like a complimentary liver with your bus ride?
Nobody said no.
Jake. Dasher. Gumbo.
This bus is better than an airline.
Excuse you, you already had yours.
The doggy bus
Load up.
is operated by Mo Mountain Mutts in tiny Skagway, Alaska. It's a husband and wife team offering dog training and dog walking. Do the dogs know their own seat?
Most of them do. The new puppies don't. They'll try to just jump in any seat available until we shuffle them back into the licky puppy corner.
The licky puppy corner? They're practically necking in the back of the bus as they ride to outings.
Yarrow and Otis are tangled
The bus offers the potential for entanglements, but when we watch them disembark...
Okay, Amaru, Odie, go ahead.
They were better behaved than a busload of kids.
I can't tell you how many of these dogs were monsters before I started working with them.
That's Mo Thompson's own little monster chiming in. Oh, sure, some of the passengers are rule breakers.
Excuse me, ma'am, your tail is in the aisle. Ma'am, you're gonna have to adjust your butt. Thank you.
But there's one seat that's off limits.
Who's honking the horn? Bama!
Bama's ready to trade her dog license for a driver's license.
Excuse me, ma'am, you're not driving. Get out of my seat.
Ginny Mose, CNN.
Hello, everyone.
New York.
If that isn't the cutest thing I've ever seen.
They are so much better than little humans.
Out one at a time?
Oh my goodness.
And they know their seats.
That is amazing. So why can't we have that here? I mean, come on, Madison. We all love our dogs here.
Well, we could start this up.
We is one too many people. So, but I am all for moral support.
Yeah, I mean, those dogs are well trained.
This is wonderful.
That's for sure.
It's a Newshounds report, I think.
Yeah, the Newshounds are not following the rules. Well, sometimes people find success late in life.
We will meet one such artist who at 75 can't keep up with the demand for his work. That's coming up after Greg's Firstborn Forecast.
He has his grandfather's smile.
Her mother's eyes.
My cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease.
Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
The Power Swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm gonna gag or I'm gonna go play football. I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, you know, I'm one of those people that's like obsessed with white teeth.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like, you gotta leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab and I just gotta rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
The Secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
When I use these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth this new year by ordering Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the regular price. Yes, 50% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
tough way to start the new year. A car flying over a wall roughly 30 minutes into the new year. Police officers in New Jersey say they got a call about a stolen car. When officers arrived, the driver took off, crashing through a fence over a retaining wall and falling 21 feet into the cars below. Nobody was hurt, but police say this New Year's ride put the driver and passenger behind bars.
Oh my gosh.
I'll just explain that to the insurance company.
Right.
Your car is what?
Well, at least they have video of it, right?
Yeah, there's video, so there's proof.
Yeah, absolute proof. Okay, so we're still in this napping weather.
Yeah, but we're getting out of it slowly.
The sun has not appeared all year.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. It will appear.
Can you work out
I'll break it down here after the break when it will appear.
Parker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Parker Heating and Cooling.
Save big money in your next project now at Menards. Start a bathroom renovation with a U-Tile shower kit. They look and feel like tile and can be installed easily in just one day. Save big money on Max U-Tile shower kits. Complete the look with Shaw vinyl plank flooring. Choose the look of tile or wood. It's also waterproof and easy to install, making it the perfect choice for your bathroom. Save big money on Shaw flooring now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The Home Expo is coming to the Monona Terrace Convention Center this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Meet the Madison area's top builders, remodelers, and home improvement experts at the Home Expo. See the best in custom remodeling, room additions, roofing, and flooring at the Home Expo. Kitchens, bathrooms, windows, doors. If it can improve your home, you'll find it at the Home Expo. The Home Expo at the Monona Terrace Convention Center. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms.
If you or a loved one were stationed at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987 and were later diagnosed with cancer, Parkinson's disease, or other serious health effects, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Call right now to find out if you qualify.
Call 1-800-336-0524. 1-800-336-0524.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Parker Heating and Cooling.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, we've dealt with this low for quite a while, as you can see. If you look at the long satellite, and I'll actually indicate that's the system out to what we're dealing with. You've probably heard a lot about what's California. You can see this system rapidly develop as it pushes east towards California. This is the last shot, so it is quite a massive system and deep system that's going to impact them. We're finally getting rid of ours. We won't deal with that, but it is going to take its time to get out of here. Still, we're still in the cold air, so now we're starting to get more into the snow potential here for it, although there's a little bit of wintry mix going on because we're still sitting around 34 or 33 degrees. But the good news is we're not going to expect a lot of snow with this system, but definitely we're going to see a little bit of a period of it through tomorrow. So travel-wise, really, like I said, we still got this little mix, freeze and drizzle, snow pellets this evening. That's not going to last too long, but something to keep in mind up through the evening hours. Then overnight and through tomorrow, light snow on and off, some flurries, maybe an inch, not a lot. Once again, temperatures will be around 32, 33, so slick spots on roads are definitely a possibility, but we're not going to see a lot of accumulating snow. Most of that is to the north side of the low. We're going to see the cold air wrap around here through tonight, but you can see most of the banded snow is up to the north. We kind of get flurries, snow showers, a few here and there, but nothing really significant. Then by tomorrow, kind of push that east. The good news is you go through Thursday night into Friday, we start seeing more of the sun. So that's finally when we should start seeing this thing push east. If we zoom up and look at it in a closer view, you'll see overall it's trying to paint really, you see some flurries or snow showers over the area. That's kind of hit and miss here and there throughout the overnight hours and through tomorrow. Most of the area to the west will probably not see much in the afternoon. Maybe Madison East will see a little bit more snow continuing to maybe Thursday evening. But like I said, most of the heavier snow will stay to the north. We'll see hit and miss here too. Not a lot of accumulation. You can see kind of the last hurrah going through their evening hours. How much snow? Maybe an inch in some areas. More you go for the north, maybe 1 to 2 up there. But overall, once again, not much, but our temperatures will be close to freezing tomorrow and there, so you could still see some slick spots. Overall, the 10-day, we will see the sun there Friday. We have another little system come through maybe Saturday night into Sunday. That's just going to be a little light snow. Once again, the temperatures aren't going to be that bad. And then next week, we still have mid-30s, maybe to the upper 30s with another system coming by the time we get to the end of next week. So overall, it's January. We can't complain with this. I think a lot of people would like maybe some snow on the ground, but we're not going to see a lot of it. I think we'll see enough to cover the ground, the grass, but we're not going to see any systems coming through anytime soon.
The lows are higher than the normal highs.
Yes. Good catch there.
Follow that one.
It should be 28 right now, and you're right. We should be in the teens. So maybe Saturday morning, we'll might see it, or Friday morning, we might see more temperatures typical. But yeah, we could easily be 20 below 30.
And also, it's still winter, so there's plenty of time.
We got plenty of time.
Oh yeah, winter comes in February, March.
Yeah,
April.
see?
Yep.
Reality.
May.
Exactly.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you.
World-famous artist Vincent van Gogh achieved widespread acclaim only after he died. He never got to enjoy his success or see the powerful influence of his paintings on other artists.
Nancy Chen introduces us to another artist who once feared he could face obscurity as well. New York painter Scott Kahn has found sudden success late in life, and he's enjoying every minute of it. At age 76, he sold a painting for $1 million, by far his largest price ever.
How many pieces do you have left at this point?
Well, that's a good question. I don't really know.
Painter Scott Kahn worries he's running low on inventory.
The stacks used to come out here and the racks were all filled up.
These days, the 76-year-old's work is snatched up. Decades worth of paintings, once rarely noticed.
I was convinced I would die in obscurity and poverty and that they would cart me out of there in a pine box.
Kahn spent his life as the definition of a starving artist, but his dedication always remained firm.
I've been down to zero many times, below zero, negative zero.
That all changed dramatically a few years ago when he struck up an unlikely friendship with a reclusive artist named Matthew Wong.
He bought a painting of mine and he put it on his Instagram feed, and that's what triggered this enormous interest in my work. People started streaming through my studio door, collectors, dealers, other artists, and it went on non-stop.
5 years ago, how much was a painting of yours selling for?
Well, just a few $1,000s.
And how much did your last painting sell for?
$1 million.
Sadly, Wong never got to see his friend's accomplishments. He took his own life in 2019 at the age of 35.
What did Matthew Wong mean to you?
Matthew was a soulmate to me.
And as Kahn continues on the path Wong helped carve, his newfound recognition is a testament to unwavering commitment.
I have two priorities. One is life, and the other is freedom. I love my painting. I will never stop painting. But life is, what a journey it is.
Kahn doesn't pretend to understand his late success. He's just happy that it allowed him to continue his passion. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
And since CBS News sat down with Kahn, one of his paintings sold for a new personal record, $1.2 million.
Despite his recent success, he still lives a frugal life even now and says he was always satisfied simply by his work.
And great work it is. Well, coming up next here on Live at 4, a new variant of COVID-19 is spreading. We'll tell you all about it.
And then at 5, our Andrew Banstra gives us a preview of this spring's upcoming election.
For back pain, I've always been a take 2 and call in the morning guy, but my new doctor recommended Salonpas. Without another pill upsetting my stomach, I get powerful, effective, and safe relief. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
He said me too.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our New Year's Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this New Year at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. So if under eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this new year and see that younger looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife, Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
A new property development plan for one local city is getting some pushback. Tonight at 5, we'll tell you how the loss of farmland is raising a red flag.
Light snow or flurries is expected overnight through tomorrow. I'll break down how much accumulation we may see, as well as when that sun may make a reappearance at 5.
Then tonight at 6, as a community mourns the loss of a beloved educator, neighbors voice their concerns about safety on the roads where she was killed.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, we end up in Toronto.
Hey, at least we can see.
Beautiful city, isn't it?
That is gorgeous.
They use it for the backdrop for New York movie scenes because it's very similar and a lot cheaper.
Touche.
37 degrees there right now. Well, as we start 2023, many health experts believe watching out for new coronavirus variants will be increasingly important to slow the spread of COVID-19 in the new year.
This as Omicron subvariants continue to circulate around the world.
Mandy Gaither has more on why many are turning their attention to a surge in cases in China.
In the U.S., Omicron subvariants are still the cause of almost all COVID-19 infections. While Omicron spreads easily, CDC data shows it causes less severe illness and death in general than earlier variants.
I hope it continues in that direction, but there's no guarantee.
The latest Omicron subvariant now accounts for more than 40% of U.S. COVID-19 cases. Offshoots continue to spread globally as well, especially in China after the country lifted the bulk of its COVID restrictions. The surge there has prompted the U.S. to require a negative COVID test for all travelers from China beginning January 5th.
The Chinese government is not sharing the genetic information about these viruses with the rest of the world.
That's why some health experts say this travel requirement is important as new variants are likely to emerge in the future.
Perhaps, worst case scenario, a variant that could evade the protection of our current vaccines and therapeutics.
Others believe the U.S. testing requirements for travelers won't prevent new COVID-19 cases from coming to the U.S. or new variants from emerging, but it may buy the U.S. some time.
But it's something that we can do to help protect the citizens of the United States.
I'm Mandy Gaither.
While COVID-19 levels remain far below those of prior surges,
trends are on the rise in parts of the U.S.
And there's growing concern that case numbers could soar now that we've passed the winter holidays.
Well, it is time to pick up the phone and get your plant and garden questions answered.
Lisa Briggs is standing by live at the Bruce Company in Middleton. There she is, ready to take your calls.
All you got to do is the number to call is 608-270-9933. We'll get to your questions right after this.
Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all.
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 Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place. I'm excited to tell you about our new Wild Theory CBD products that will get you high fives from everyone you know. Wild Theory's new groundbreaking formula has higher levels of the good stuff, and it packs surprising results. Is it legal in Wisconsin? Of course. Is it potent? You bet. Will you love it? I'm sure of it. Stop by one of our Madison locations or visit findyourhealthyplace.com. Type in high five, and our website will hook you up.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV.
And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down, and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it.
4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
It's Steinhaffel's winter mattress sale. Nestle in for a good night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress. You'll sleep soundly when you pay only $45 per month with Steinhaffel's 72-month financing. Tempur-Pedic mattresses are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting you as no other mattress can. The winter mattress sale, only at Steinhaffel's and Steinhaffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
I would like to say to Gruber Law Offices, thank you
for what they've done for myself and my family,
for everything that you did for me,
and making me feel like I was the most important thing.
I'm just really, really grateful.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Yeah, we're not noticing any issues right now for traffic-wise, the least congested, any incidents to speak of around the Beltline right now. We do have precipitation in the area that is falling too. That's something to keep in mind of. But right now, nothing to go on. As you head down towards Mart Howard 151, like again, nothing to go on either. Up to the north, to the Dells. Like I said, we still got that precipitation. Once again, temperatures with 32, 33 degrees. It could be a light freeze and drizzle. It could be snow, snow pellets. Something to keep in mind of as you're driving about. To the south too, it's warmer in Janesville, about 36, and they got mist. So further south you go, you have some mist. So just be careful out there this evening, overnight. Back to you guys.
Thank you. Crew members aboard the celebrity cruise ship Beyond rescued 19 migrants from a crowded boat near Key West. Captain Kate McHugh, the skipper of Celebrity Beyond, posted video of Monday's rescue. In the video, she says she turned the ship around after her chief officer noticed a glimmer on the horizon that turned out to be the migrants. After they were aboard the ship, crew members provided them with blankets, a change of clothes, food, and a medical evaluation. The Coast Guard was then contacted.
They are very lucky.
Wow, fortunate.
And that's a brand new ship, a beautiful ship.
And you said that it's the first female captain
right,
of a
major big ship. Good for
Pretty
him.
cool.
All right, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is standing by, taking your calls at 608-270-9933. She is live in Middleton. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, guys. How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Nice to see some color behind you.
Indeed.
Let's go to the phones. We will start with Carrie in Baraboo. Hi, Carrie. What's your question?
Hi. Hey, I have a question about an Easter lily. So I took an Easter lily home from my mom's nursing home room, left it outside all summer. It grew. It was kind of scraggly looking. I took it in the basement for the winter, and now it's greening up again, but again, it's kind of scraggly. What am I doing wrong, or what do I do with this thing?
Well, honestly, you could just plant the Easter lily right into the ground. They're a perennial here, and my grandmother used to do that every year. So you've had it in the basement, it's kind of dormant, and now that it's greening up, what I would do is bring it upstairs and put it in the highest light spot that you have. It doesn't need to be a warm spot. And as the soil gets dry, maybe the top inch or two, you're going to want to water it sparingly. As soon as the ground has thawed and you can dig, go ahead and plant it in your yard in a sunny spot, and then you won't have to worry about bringing it in or out anymore, and it'll look much less scraggly.
I planted mine, too, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Yeah, it works out.
Good, good. All right, and we have Pat from Beaver Dam. Hi, Pat. What's your question?
Hi, I dug up my mandevilla from outside this summer, and it's growing so much. I mean, it's just winding and all around and around. Should I just cut that back?
You can cut it back a little bit if you want to, Pat. Just take it back to above a bud or above a leaf, like a leaf axil, and you can keep it under control a little bit. Sometimes if they're not getting enough light, they do get a little bit stretched out. So you might want to put it in a place where maybe it's a little bit brighter light, and then put it back outside in the spring. I would say late May, early June, once the night temps are above, say, 50 degrees.
All right, good enough. Let's go to Casey in Sauk City. Hi, Casey. What's your question?
Hi, I have a few orchids that I've had for a couple years. I take them outside during the summer so that they can get the heat and humidity, and I bring them in the fall, and I have a mealybug problem.
So my runner, Scott, just brought me, like by magic. So this is a spray-on insecticide that will work for mealybugs that you can have inside. So make sure that when you spray it that you really drench both the tops of the leaves and the undersides. You might have to give it a couple of applications. It's good to do it like in the sink, so as it drips, it doesn't make a mess, and then once it dries off, move it back into its spot, and then, like I said, there'll be instructions on the back about how often to apply, and you might have to do 2 or 3 applications to get rid of it.
What's it called again?
This is Rose and Flower Care.
There you go.
Okay, simple enough. All right, we have John from Edgerton. Hello, John. What's your question?
Hi, my question is, I have a cigar plant that's about 15 years old, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing, but now it's looking pretty ragged. I soak water it once a month. And should I?
Well, how long
I
has it been in its current? How long has it been in its current pot? How long has it been?
5 years. 5 years.
Okay,
maybe?
so it probably needs some repotting, maybe uppotting, or some refreshing of the soil. Unfortunately, now is not the best time to do that. Wait until the end of February or early March, and then you can repot it. You get a pot a little bit bigger than the one it's in, refresh the soil. In the meantime, the soil might be pretty depleted and it might be a little root bound, so when you water it, put it in the sink with a stopper, and then as you water it, let it sit in there for maybe a half an hour so that the soil is able to soak up the water.
I have been doing that.
Because a lot of times they'll just run right out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sit tight on it for, I would say, another 6 or 8 weeks.
Okay.
Do you think I can do this? I mean, I can repot this, right?
Absolutely, yes.
All right. Good luck.
All right, and we have Kathy from Jefferson. Hi, Kathy. What is your question?
Hi. I'm wondering when it's a good time to, prune my trees or trim on my bushes and trees.
So if you're talking about evergreen trees, you want to wait until maybe end of June or early July. If you're talking about flowering trees, or flowering shrubs, the best thing to do is to think about when it flowers. If it flowers before the end of June, wait until after it's done flowering. So we're talking about crab apples, lilacs, azaleas. If it flowers after or around July 1, so spirea, potentilla, roses, you can prune those at any time during the dormant season, or you can wait until they start to bud up and green up a little bit, and then you can just shear them back and shape them up a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Let's go to Rick in Westfield. Hi, Rick.
Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon. What's your question?
I have some flowering crabs, and I was told that I have to, or I should prune those in late winter, early spring, and I was just double checking on that.
You can prune them if you have like crossing branches or disease or broken branches. It won't hurt them. It's just that any pruning that you do is going to remove the flower buds. So if you wait until after they're done flowering, you can enjoy the flowers, and then it's perfectly safe to prune them then. So we're talking about late May or early June, but if you need to prune them now, they're a hazard, or it's hitting your car as you drive in and out in your driveway, go ahead and prune it now. It won't hurt it.
You're holding a spider plant. One of the callers was going to ask you that it had a scraggly plant. What do you do?
All right, well, thank you very much.
All right.
You're welcome. If your spider plant is scraggly, it needs more light.
Okay.
So
that's what it is.
Put it in, move it to a higher light location.
You got one too?
I have one too, and I'm trying to talk to it. It's not working.
All right, Lisa, thank you.
Brighter window.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you all for calling in. We'll do this again soon, and we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
This holiday season at the Century House. Give $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat, or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Cold winter weather's here, so why feel it inside your own home and in your wallet? USA Insulation's premium injection foam fills every crevice of your walls, even going over your existing inferior insulation. Our foam gives you high-tech comfort and saves you money on utility bills year-round. So stop bundling up and start building savings. Call now and get up to a 30% tax credit and low monthly payments.
USA Insulation.
I thought you two were going to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison this afternoon.
No, we couldn't decide what game to play.
That's the great thing about Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. There is a myriad of games with a myriad of themes so you can find your perfect fit. Some machines offer free games, multiple spins, a bonus within a bonus, and multipliers. So many different ways to play means so many different ways to win. Find your perfect game at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
A new property development plan for one local city is getting some pushback. Tonight at 5, we'll tell you how the loss of farmland is raising a red flag.
And we sit down today with two of the state's newest assembly reps. That's coming up tonight at 5.
News 3 Now is taking action, reaching out to our community to lend a helping hand.
Taking action by teaming with our neighbors and local leaders to help make this amazing community we share a better place to live.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now. That helps a lot.
Yeah, we got flurries or snow showers through tomorrow, on, off, and on. We'll have some slippery spots, especially this evening, with maybe a little bit of freezing drizzle, something to mix in there, and that could be either to tomorrow, too. But the good news, we might see that sun finally by Friday. You look at radar right now, some bands of really flurries, even sprinkles. Something to keep in mind of. That should continue through the night. It's not going to be any concentrated of snow, but something to keep in mind of overnight that you might encounter some slick spots. Overall, the extended Friday's good. Saturday, a little bit more snow may be coming.
All right. Thank you, Craig.
Tomorrow and live at 4, veterinarian Carrie Donahue will be taking your pet medical questions live.
And we'll visit the final days of the Madison Western Union office in our Traveler Throwback Thursday from 1985.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Yes, I'm a smoker. And yes, I'm aware I should quit. I get pressure from everyone I love and everything around me.
Smoking is really, really bad for you.
Yet sometimes that pressure alone is enough to make me want to light up.
The Wisconsin Tobacco Quit Line. No judgments, just free help and medications. Without the lectures, call the Wisconsin Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Attention mothers, did you take Tylenol or other acetaminophen pain-relieving products while pregnant? Recent evidence suggests children whose mothers took Tylenol while pregnant may be more likely to develop autism. Other acetaminophen products at risk include Excedrin, NyQuil, Dayquil, and other store-brand pain relievers. Children with autism have a hard time interacting with others. Those on the spectrum usually begin exhibiting social symptoms by the time they're 8 to 10 months old. Call now for a free confidential consultation.
Please call 800-379-7867.
It's a foodie's paradise in this month's Madison magazine. Explore our editor's list of restaurants and chefs transforming the local dining scene. Then create an indoor Eden with our Homebody's Guide to Houseplants. Madison magazine, online and on newsstands now.
Want to know right now what the weather will be like tomorrow? Download the First Warn Weather app and you'll get my customized forecast for tonight and tomorrow.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
In today's Final Touch, it's mistaken identity hilarity.
And it somehow involves the Masters Golf Tournament. Scott Stallings received the invitation of a lifetime when a fancy invite from the Augusta National Golf Club came for him to play at the Masters this April. Only problem is this Scott Stallings is a real estate agent, not a golfer. Realizing the mistake, the Atlanta man reached out to the PGA pro, who shares the same name, on Instagram, letting him know what happened. Pro golfer Scott Stallings, who had been anxiously waiting for days to see if he would get his first invite to the tournament since 24, was tickled to receive the message. The Atlanta man was kind enough to mail the invitation to its rightful owner, even if it meant his dream was delayed. No word yet if he'll get a pity invite as a spectator.
He should.
He should. That would be the right thing to do.
Do something good, Scott. Come on.
That's our time for now. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.